When my grandmother passed away in 2003, my family inherited her old farmhouse in rural Pennsylvania. It had been in the family for nearly a century, but no one had lived there in years. My parents wanted to sell it, but first we had to clean it out. I volunteered to stay there for a weekend, thinking it would be simple. Box up old dishes, bag up clothes, and clear the dust. The house was drafty and dim, the kind of place where the silence feels too heavy. Every creak in the floorboards echoed, and the long hallways seemed darker than they should have been. Still, I pushed through, moving from room to room. It wasn't until the second night that I discovered the attic. The entrance was hidden, an old pull-down ladder in the hallway ceiling. I hadn't noticed it before. Curiosity got the better of me, and I tugged the cord. The ladder screeched as it unfolded, and a musty smell drifted down, thick with dust and something else. Something sweet, almost rotten. With a flashlight in hand, I climbed up. The attic was cramped, with sloping ceilings and boxes stacked high. Cobwebs clung to everything. And in the far corner, sitting upright in a child-sized rocking chair, was a doll. It was porcelain, about 2 feet tall, dressed in a faded blue dress with lace trim. Its glass eyes were pale green, its painted lips set in a faint smile. Despite the dust everywhere else, the doll looked clean, almost new. I froze. My grandmother never mentioned owning a doll like this, and I'd never seen it on any of my childhood visits. Something about it unsettled me. I tried to laugh it off, just another weird antique. But as I turned to leave, the rocking chair creaked. I swung my flashlight back. The chair was still. The doll's head, though, I could have sworn it was tilted slightly more to the left than before. I went downstairs quickly, telling myself I was just tired. That night, I slept in the guest room, but sleep didn't come easily. Around 2 a.m., I woke to a faint sound above me, a rhythmic squeak, slow and steady. My heart sank when I realized it sounded like a rocking chair. I lay there for an hour, covers pulled tight, until the sound finally stopped. The next morning, I decided to put the doll away. Maybe it was a family heirloom, maybe it wasn't, but I wanted it out of sight. I climbed back into the attic, shoved the doll into a box, taped it shut, and pushed it into a corner. Dust to dust. Problem solved, or so I thought. That night, the rocking started again. Louder this time, as if the chair was moving faster. My chest tightened. I tried to ignore it, but then came a new sound. A soft, deliberate tap, tap, tap on the ceiling above me, like tiny hands drumming the floor. I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed my flashlight and climbed back up. The attic was silent. The air felt colder than before. I swept the light across the boxes, and my stomach dropped. The box I'd sealed was ripped open, the tape shredded, and the doll, it was back in the rocking chair, facing the ladder. This time, its head was tilted toward me. I didn't sleep that night. I packed my things and left before sunrise, refusing to spend another minute in that house alone. When I told my parents, they laughed it off. Stress, they said. Overactive imagination. They eventually sold the farmhouse to a young couple. But here's the part that keeps me awake even now. A few months after the sale, I drove past the old house. The new owners had painted the shutters, planted flowers. It almost looked cheerful. Then I noticed something in the upstairs window. the one just below the attic. A pale face, green eyes, a faint smile. The doll staring out as if it had been waiting for me all along.